you trying to do for real? For real.
Cosmic psychedelic funk is what I came to do.
What's up, everybody? Yours truly, Takara Nicole, aka The Identity Architect, and you're here for another episode of What's the Real Deal with Takara Nicole. So if this is your first time joining me, hey, pull up a chair. Maybe it's your favorite or not. But get something to take some copious notes. We have somebody here that you are going to want to follow. You're going to want to get to know his story. And so for those of you who are my returning faves, hey, what's going on? It's been a minute, but we're here. So for those of you who may not know what this show is about, this show, it's called What's the Real Deal with Takara Nicole for a reason. A lot of times we see people maybe out in public, on social media, Target, Walmart, wherever that looks like, but we don't know the story behind the person. And so I like to create the opportunity to understand who the people are that are in our community. And it's really important for us to embrace each other's stories so we can learn and grow together. So today I have this amazing artist that I actually am a huge follower of. My secret is out. And his name is Jay Keys. Welcome to the show, Jay. Super excited to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a wonderful experience and opportunity, and I'm so glad to join you on your show today.
Thank you so much. So for the people who may not know who Jay Keys is, how would you sum that up real quick, because this is a 27-minute show?
Absolutely. So I'll say this. So by nature, I am a producer, but I am also a motivational speaker. I'm an author. I am an artist developer. I'm just pretty much an all-around entertainer. And my mode of operandum now in this current state is to provide a form of entertainment. I just want to provide entertainment for our region that hasn't been seen before, and also create opportunities for artists to expand their markets. And so I'm looking to just help other people, make other people better, right?
Yeah.
Triune Beats is the name of our first company. And that was the whole point of Triune Beats, right? Is to helping artists become the best version of themselves, right?
Wow.
By equipping the underdog with the tools to become the favorite. That's the whole how we move and how we operate, right? So as long as we are helping people get to the next level.
Wow. So I love this. So when I think of artists, a lot of times people don't want to give artists a chance. The industry is so focused on the wrong things. I'm just going to say it like that. And what I love about what I'm seeing in Omaha is there's so much talent here that has not been developed. And there's collaborations that are taking place to help people to understand that you do have a talent. There's these outlets for creatives to be able to express themselves freely. There's these outlets and these companies like what you have going on to help them to articulate their voice and find it. So how did you get into this? I mean, so everybody has a story. As a publisher, I love stories. So how did you arrive to where you are now? What were some of those driving factors?
Absolutely. So driving factors for music was my father. My father was a pastor.
Okay.
He's gone on to see in another realm, but he was the driving factor, right? And in that spiritual time in my life, my musical skills were developed, right?
Wow.
And so in that, I've never had a lesson. I've never been taught, but the Creator gave me the gift to just hear. And so I understand now as an adult, now moving forward, that gift to hear and to create extensively, I need to do that as much as possible.
Yeah.
And so that means working with as many people that are ready to move to the next level, right?
Yeah.
Finding the people that are ready, because you can overextend yourself.
Yes.
And put yourself out there a little too much.
Absolutely.
That I found out through the years of different business partners and situations musically that didn't work out. And And so I use those experiences to say to myself, okay, how can I create a format or create a development plan for artists that they can avoid the pitfalls of getting with the wrong people, of just finding your tribe early, right?
Yes.
Finding who cultivates you at an early point in your life, in your career, in your decision to change or wherever you decide to go. Because that was the whole driving force behind writing this book, Never Give Up, Maintaining Motivation in Music. Because I felt like a lot of people, as they got older, especially in rap, hip hop, they were losing I don't really want to rap no more, but maybe you should just go back to rapping about things that are relevant to you, right?
Wow.
Things that are relevant to us in our age group, because we're not the same. We're not how we were when we were 20, when we were 30.
Yeah.
But there's a market always for that.
Exactly.
And so I don't turn any artist away. And it doesn't matter how old, how young, it doesn't matter what genre you are.
Okay.
Because there is always a tribe, there's always an audience, there's always a group of people that you can cater to and that you can put yourself out there musically. So that's what I found out through the years. And you know, I've been to hell and back. I've been to, you know, I've been dead and back. I've been to prison and back. And at 43, I can say that through all of those experiences that they all made me better.
I love it. I love it. So when you talk about driving factors, you mentioned your dad, and all I think about is, you know, my upbringing, and it's like Saturday mornings were like dedicated to cleaning, and you got all that music going on. I remember coming home from school. I'm about to date myself. We had the record player,
Come on,
you know, and the tall speakers and the tuner where you got to turn it and it goes down this long, you know, row to get to your favorite radio station. And my grandfather, who is now up there with your dad, he loved music, and one of his favorites was Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. Like, that was one of our favorite albums that we would listen to as a family. And so when you think about, you know, this music, and you think about your family traditions, and it's really important to hold on to those and keep those in your mind as you're producing these artists, and really just helping them to understand and articulate their craft. I think that's really cool. And you said something that was really key. You said a couple of things, so I'm going to try to remember all that you said. One of the things that you mentioned is that you don't give up on people unless they give up on themselves.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of times within the industry now, I'm not in the industry, but I'm from the outside looking in, you can see a lot of pressure. And you can see where some of this pressure really causes people to lose their identity and to lose their values. And so, you know, having a realist like you to help, you know, birth out these artists is so needed. But you said something that I really want to hone in on, just based off of the 9-to-5 work that I do. You've been to prison, and you've been, that life in itself, just with the dads that I work with on a daily basis, I understand how that life can cultivate a mindset to where you can do nothing but grow. So what were some of the things that were going on in your mind when you were incarcerated that you hold on to now, even in your daily walk as this producer, as this artist?
Sure.
Yeah.
One of the greatest things that I received was a book called The Supreme Philosophy of Man by Alfred Armand Montepert.
Hold on. Repeat that. That's one that, listen, I tell y'all, you better have a pen and notepad. You never know who's gonna drop what. Repeat that.
So the book is called The Supreme Philosophy of Man.
Wow.
By Alfred Armand Montepert. And my father sent me this book, and I didn't understand then that this was a book that had governed his life. I didn't understand then. So on top of being a pastor, my father was also a 33rd degree Mason.
Okay.
And so there were things that I began to research while in prison. You know, the conspiracy theory starts coming out, and you start being like, well, what was this? What was that? And it was funny because, and I'm not saying he was into crazy stuff, but I remember having a conversation with him while in there and talking about you know, I was talking about Masons, you know, Freemasons and all these type of things. And I'm saying to him, and he says, "Hey, what's up, Pop? Stop talking." Excuse me? He said, "Stop talking. I'm gonna come visit you." All right, okay, Pops, okay, bye. Click, hangs up. Okay, now I'm a little weirded out, right?
I would be too. I'd be like,
what?
did I say something wrong?
Yeah, like what happened?
Yo, I know this is being monitored for quality purposes.
Come on, right? You know what I mean? But shortly thereafter, he did come visit, and we talked, and he did share some things that I won't share.
Right.
But I shortly after received that book, and this book has governed every step, every walk, every move. When you see me online, you know, when you see me doing words for the day, when you see me doing things about Locked In with Keys, when you see me intentional about the music that I create, you know, it's all intentional.
Yeah.
But it all has purpose.
That part.
It's all to bring attention to what the end of goal, right? And to create a funnel of consistent entertainment that creates the brand, that funnels into creating finances for myself.
Exactly.
And so hopefully, my hope and prayer is that somebody else can look at it and say, yo, I like that. Yo, let me just follow that blueprint right there.
Yeah.
I don't mind if somebody just says, yo, can I copy what you got going on? Yes, please.
Yes.
Because I'm doing my best to set a standard for myself.
Yeah.
And if that can translate to somebody saying, I just want to follow those steps, cool, fine, and dandy.
That's how I feel too.
Cool, fine, and dandy. Let's all
Mission accomplished.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's all step up to where we know we're supposed to be, right? Because then, to me, that's what brings in the branding. That's what brings in the finances from the outside. We can say, oh wow, everything that I've cultivated to help some people, to help all people. I now can financially put myself in a position, right, to where I can work for myself. I can pay myself. I can do everything myself. I have the control. And then teach other people how to also have that control. Like, take back whatever power that is left within the life that you have left, like, take control of it. Whatever it is, like, stop waiting. Like, if I have one thing I tell people, stop waiting.
That's so good.
Whatever the idea is, just do it, right? I'm on season 4 of Locked In with Keys in my show, right? And I do something similar. I just interview, but I go out and I seek out information about people, and then I take that information, I use that to talk about personal things. I want to get personal with people. And so I started in my basement. I started in my basement with tapestry on the wall and one camera. One camera, like nothing else, right? No microphones, no nothing. But now, here we are 2 years later, and I found a way to have 3 cameras, you know, 4 on-the-go microphones, 4 podcast microphones, a Rodecaster 2. Like, I found a way to partner with individuals that have the same vision. That are solution-based.
That's it.
And willing to say, you know what, this is where I can invest with you in something greater. And that we can see something as a better outcome. Like, I'm with all that.
And you know, you're saying so many things that a lot of people really don't realize. One, I'm from Chicago, and so I got to be careful when I say this, but be trigger happy. You know what I'm saying? Pull those triggers, meaning like just leap. Stop thinking that everything's going to be perfect or thinking that you have to have, you know, when we really started live streaming a few years back, everybody was like, oh, I need a ring light. It wasn't just like any light. It was, oh, I need a ring light. And it's like, no, you just need the equipment that's going to get you out there. And so I totally agree with what you're saying. Everybody has a purpose and a passion, and I love that. You just cultivating. You kept using that word. If I had a notepad to put little ticks or strikes, how many times you use that word? You use it so many times. But as a community, one of the things that I've noticed since I've been here is that it's too siloed. And coming from a bigger city, you know, seeing movers and shakers, when you want to get into a certain place and space, then there's the gatekeepers.
Oh yeah.
And then there's those that, well, oh, you're from Chicago, you haven't been here long enough, you don't know who I am for real, so I'm not gonna let you in.
Yeah.
So where do we, or when do we start this whole collaboration stuff? It's so hard for people to actually get over themselves to really start the collaboration piece. It's not about competition, it's about collaboration. Like there's so many people that are doing the same things, but if we really created that place, that safe place, and not just a place, a safe place where we're all eating from the same table and knowing that we can eat from the same table, but yes, disperse and still have our individuality and do what it is that God called us to do. Like, stop playing, you know? So I love, Kusher was on my show. Hey, Kusher. I love your collaboration that you guys did together. You guys are super dope together. So, but that's what I'm talking about as an artist in this community. Being able to see the different creatives in the community. I love going to Good Vibes. GT and his wife, girlfriend Christina, and wife, I call her wifey Christina.
What day it is.
Right? They do an amazing job to create an environment for creatives, even the babies, you know? And so when you talk about getting these creatives in these spaces for other people to be like, two things. One, oh my God, that person's so dope. And then the other thing is, I'm sitting on my gift. Why won't I come to something like this? And so, you know, being able to meet people where they are and understand how to help cultivate them is huge. So thank you for all that you're doing in your streams of businesses. But let's talk about J. Key, the artist. Like, I'm a fan, as y'all can tell. So tell me how you arrived to, like you said, taking a chance on yourself and really developing your gift as an artist. What did that look like for you?
Well, I would say, first of all, it was about creating something that I wasn't getting in the industry.
Whoa!
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I hope that I hope that says it really kind of sums it up. It was about creating a sound that I felt was missing.
Love it.
And that's where I was. And so anytime that I create music, it's about just creating a sound that isn't heard, right? That I haven't heard. If I haven't heard this sound anywhere, then I'm like, that's the thing I need to be creating. If I haven't heard somebody else do this, that's what I want to create.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like anybody else.
Right.
I don't want to create music that's like anybody else. And so that's usually my driving force.
love it.
I will say this, in this era of my life, I've moved into sync licensing for music. Okay. And so what that is I'm creating music for soundtracks, for music for movies and television and commercials.
What?
And so that in and of itself, right? Because when you move into that realm, that's when you get to seeing like everything starts at 4 digits, at 4 figures. You know, that's where the baseline is starting at. And so once I understood that market and what they were looking for, right? What they were looking for was the music that I was creating that I felt was missing.
Jay.
And when I found that out, okay, well then, let's be so intentional with this music, right? That I can create songs. I'm not just talking about going to the club and kicking it. No,
I'm so over it.
We can have songs. We can go back to having rap songs about falling in love. We can have rap songs about heartbreak. We can have songs about just life in general, having fun. Like, when's the last time we've seen, okay, for example, I got a brief the other day, and their request was for a hip-hop holiday song. Now, my creative juices have been flowing in that, right?
Oh, wow.
I get to be creative.
Yeah.
I get to find a way to merge these two things that in any other time, they don't go together. They probably shouldn't go together, but there was a time that it did go together.
Ooh.
There was a time when Run DMC
Come on.
did a hip hop Christmas song.
Sure did.
there's a time when it was okay for it to happen,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was marketable. People consumed it,
Yep.
and they didn't look at the rap artists, right? They didn't look down on them and, oh, they're not this or they're not that. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, my opinion, and this is not to diss Chicago, put Chicago down or anything, right? A lot
Watch it.
Absolutely. But, okay, but while I was incarcerated, and I had to figure out when this happened, but there's a lot of shifts and changes that happened within rap, right?
Yeah.
But the move to this ultra violent era, right? The glorification of the violent era.
Yeah.
It started, from my understanding, with I forgot, with a lot of Chicago drill rap, and I forgot the young guy. It escapes me now, but is it ASAP? ASAP? I don't know. I don't really listen to him like that.
Yeah.
However, but
I
it was
can't do
during
that
that
kind of
era,
music.
right? But it was from that era that a lot of people have kind of like pushed this sort of like, you have to be, if you're a rapper, you have to be like this. You have
Which
to be.
I can't stand.
And that we haven't been like that, right?
Right.
That's not what we're about.
Right.
Rap was just a way to express the things that the disenfranchised area was going through.
Facts.
It was a way for us as a people, right? For us as Black Americans to express ourselves and articulate ourselves in a way rhythmically that could be popularized. And so I think as long as we can get back to that, get back to what's real, get back to what's true, get back to family, get back to love, and let that be the driving factor behind our music.
I love it.
Get back to that again.
Yeah.
They can statistic it all they want to. They can say that the numbers say this all they want to.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're here in the trenches. We're here with the people.
Yeah.
We are the ones that are, and we're tired. We're tired. As a people, we're tired. I believe we are.
Man.
We're ready for the next level. We're ready to see things move in a different direction.
That part.
And it all starts with the people that are in charge.
Which is us. We
we're
are
the ones in charge of
We're
it
the
all.
ones in charge. But
We
do we
hope.
see ourselves that way?
And wow, and that is the key, right? Is seeing ourselves. I love what you do.
Thank
is
you.
helping people see that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Helping people see what they have and their potential as well. And I think if individuals, to go back to an early part of what you said, how do we work past the gatekeepers and the people that are kind of holding and hoarding this, whatever, you're not from Omaha, you didn't grow up here, or whatever the case may be. So I'm not from Omaha. I didn't grow up here. You know, I'm from Tampa, Florida. That's my hometown, right? You know what I mean? I've been around the world because my dad was in the military. So this has become home in the latter half of my life.
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up with people. I didn't do all that. But at the same time, I understand, like, if you're not a part of certain cliques,
Oh my gosh.
if you're not a part of certain clubs, if you're not, whatever the case may
Whatever
be.
it is, but it's
wha-
there. It
echelon of
exists.
politics.
Yes.
Even that, whatever that is, if people can just say, you know what, I see the value in what you do.
I see your purpose and I see your gift.
Come on now. Come on now.
I
And
see how we can work together
come
and
on
build
now.
the same thing.
Come on now. Come on now.
That part.
And that in that, if we can just do that.
Oh my
right,
gosh.
I think that in and of itself can take all of us in this area, in this region, to higher, what did my dad used to say? Higher heights and deeper depths. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it can
Yep.
happen.
You be like, what? We get it now.
But we get it though, right, right. And so, like again, my hope and prayer is like to continue to cultivate. right?
Yes.
I keep saying that word because that's what I want to do, right?
Yes.
I just want to get my
Till
hands
the
in
ground
there.
and just
Come on.
build, like, yes.
Yes, that's
I'm with
what
you.
it's about. So,
I love it.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. So as you see, we gotta have Jay Keys back. We're almost done. Two questions that I wanna ask him, and as we're wrapping up. One, how can people find you?
Absolutely.
Let's start with that one.
So at the real Jay Keys, that's THE, right? Real, THEREAL, the real Jay Keys, that's JAYKEYS. All social media, the real Jay Keys.
I love it. That's real simple, right?
Absolutely.
So I always ask people this question that have the honor to sit on the couch. What would you tell people that want to become this artist? They know that they have the gift, but they don't know where to start. What does that look like?
Never give up. Never give up. There has to be something in you that says, no matter what, I want it.
Woo!
There is too much. Here's the thing. When I got out of prison, my thing was no excuses, just results. I heard the excuses. I've heard them. I was a part of them. I created them. And they're so easy to do. Human nature, it's so easy to doubt yourself.
It is.
Stop doubting yourself. If you want to sing, sing. Just sing. If you want to rap, just rap. There are apps you can find. If you have an idea, Google it. Just type it in. I don't care what it is. Just make it happen. That's it. Like, just do it. At this point in life, with AI for everything, with things being $5.99 a month type stuff, like, at this point in life, there are no excuses. The outlet is here. The information is here. People want to be entertained.
Yes.
They're tired of Hollywood and all the other things, mess that's happening. Be a part of the solution. If it entertains you, it'll entertain somebody else. I guarantee it.
Wow. If you guys watch the show, me being speechless is not something that happens often. Wow. Thank you so much, Jay Keys, for coming through, dropping these gems. One more time, if people want to follow the one and only Jay Keys, where do they go?
Absolutely. So all platforms, The Real Jay Keys, TheReal JayKeys, all platforms. Everywhere, that's where you can find me, The Real Jay Keys. Oh, and you can also find Locked In with Keys.
Yes! Yes!
Locked In with
Yes!
Keys. You can check out Locked In with Keys on YouTube. Just spelled the same way. There's no difference. Locked In with Keys. That's what we do. So yeah, we're excited about it.
There it is. And just like that, it's been another show of, I can't even talk. I'm so full. Oh my God. It's been another show. What's the Real Deal with Takara Nicole? Thank you so much again for coming through, Jay Keys, and we out. See you next time.
What you trying to do for real? For real.
Cosmic psychedelic funk is what I came to do. Yep.